The 10,000 Tin Challenge, week 5. Yes, it is week 5.
Yes.
Looking at my notes there, just off camera. Welcome, Will.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you for welcoming me.
Well done for
Pulling the socks up. Pulling the
socks up. Literally, he's pulling his socks up this week for the videos. Right, week 5. What shall we start with? Shall we start with? We're going to mention all the people who have dropped off harvest stuff.
Yes, it's been incredible.
Later on when we get to the end. But we had Church Eaton.
Thank you, guys.
Just now they dropped it off. That's
lovely lady knocked on the back door of the courtyard garden. Is this the House of Bread? Yes, I said.
And you were reading out a whole list. Doxy Church tomorrow. John Wilden.
Colwich. John Wilden twice.
I mean, we'll list them all up eventually at the end of the 10,000 Tin Challenge. But it has been absolutely fantastic. Obviously, we've still got a long way to go.
Yes.
Should we get in early with the totaliser?
Totaliser, yeah.
Before you go on
before I go on with quid in the lid, yeah.
So we are up to... what are we up to? 3,151.
Wow.
So that's I think 1,000 this week. I think around about that.
Yeah.
So that's very, or maybe not. I can't remember what we had last week.
So we're getting
that's
there.
really good. So we're nearly
busy.
halfway.
Yeah.
But we desperately need your tins to keep coming in. We're going Entrust are going to drop off hopefully a lot of tins on the 1st or 2nd of November.
Yeah, we did,
one of the two.
Again, just a quick plug. If you're an office or a group or anybody who wants a bin,
it doesn't just have to be Harvest Festivals.
Doesn't have to be Harvest Festivals. You say it's all year round. Don't forget we're doing our quid on the lid.
Quid on a lid.
Fantastic.
Now, what does that help us do, Will?
Well, it enables us to pay for our electricity.
Because what can't we pay our electricity bill with?
Tins, pretty much. Food.
Beans. You always
so we
say.
need these. No, it's fantastic. Thank you, everybody. That's my sincere look.
Right, we also wanted to address what we spoke about last week, which was about why we give out the food bags. If you want to know why and who we give out food bags to, please check out week 4. We spent a lot of time talking about that.
Yeah.
We also spoke a lot about universal credit. We'll talk more about this in Hob News if you watch that over on YouTube later, or back here on Sundays at 4 o'clock. A little plug there.
Yeah.
But that's being delayed in the rollout, Will.
Yes,
This is
as of now, isn't it? There are issues that are trying to be addressed that are either systemic or the impression that people have of universal credit of its unkindness or it's not fair.
Well, universal credit is grouping all 6 different benefits
which would seem a sensible way of doing it. But
so
it
works out, instead of getting 6 different payments, it works out all the ones you would get for each of the other ones and then gives you one single number every month. Now, every month is one of the things that people find difficult because the benefits used to come in every week.
Yeah, or fortnightly.
Yeah. So having just one lump of money a month is
a lot
is
of the
for some.
work that we're doing and investing our time is to educate and advise people of how to manage what is going to be rolling out. Although we've talked about eventually, we've talked about delays and changes and so forth, but I do absolutely get that it will roll out, so we have to prepare everybody. So part of the way we're doing a lot of training, I mean we're getting a lot of training around universal credit and other subjects, is to make sure we're informed and we can be positive around that to our friends and say, look, the situation is this is the way that we're suggesting you manage it, because it is going to be changing.
Like one minister said, some people may be worse off, so we can say to our friends, yes, you might be worse off, but you can do this and this to help budget better.
So we are desperately keen to be as informed as we can, understand the national trends, and so although we're dealing with the situation locally, we are abreast of all the national changes and tweaks, so that we can support our friends, because they will be anxious and we want to make sure that they feel able to manage that transition and change. So that's important.
Yeah. Now, a common misconception is that House of Bread only gives out food bags to people who are homeless or people who are really, really poor, for lack of a better phrase. But if you are going to be affected by universal credit, you might be watching this and it might affect your child's tax credit or your working credit or your housing benefit or whatever. You might be very comfortably sat thus far, but universal credit might shift that slightly. Please do get in touch, because we will help people. You don't have to be living off a cardboard box or out of a cardboard box. We will help people, not just food, but with all sorts of advice and all sorts.
Please let us know as early as possible. One of the most distressing things I find is that I often open the letter, which is the letter that says you're going to be evicted in 28 days. And I can tell you that there will have been a lot of correspondence before that, before we even get there. So if you are somebody and you've struggled to open your letter, and I know what everybody will do, out of sight, out of mind, down the back of the sofa.
We can open your letters for you.
Brace yourself. what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is you get to a place you can't return from.
And we know it's very difficult to ask for help.
Absolutely. So
we're the last two people to ask for help. We're running this. It's terrible.
The elephant in the room is what we talk about. So we talk about the difficulties and we're open about it. But equally, I hope people find us supportive, informed. If we don't know the answer to things, we're working with a lot more agency. Tom, if you're watching this, Tom, thank you very much for this morning and support that you gave in a court situation. We will know somebody who knows the answer to those queries, and we are honest and upfront. But we will be also very supportive through whatever it is, through the thick and thin, the good and the bad.
But we will keep you up to date if you're not up to date with the news about what is happening with Universal Credit. If it's being delayed, we said it was going to be the 21st of November last week. I believe that's probably going to push, and it won't be fully rolled out now. The government says till about 2023. It was meant to be last year.
Yeah.
So it's going on a bit. It's going on.
But one can only hope that they're tweaking it in a good way.
Yep. An extra £2 billion, I heard.
Wow. It's good.
Can't be a bad thing. Right. Thank you very much, Will.
That's all right, Jack.
Thank you very much for watching at home. Don't forget, like I mentioned earlier, to check out Hob News. Don't forget Quill on the Lid. Don't forget to check out Hob News over on YouTube straight after you've watched this, or back here on Facebook on Sundays at 4 o'clock. Hob News is where you can find out about all the latest ongoing.
Yes, thank you, Fiona. Thought that comedy gold was the word she used.
Yes, thank you, Fiona. We've known Fiona for years. She said she watches these. That's lovely. Thank you to people who commented on these videos last week. Please like and share, or whatever other cool YouTubers say on videos. Hob TV is the place to be. That rhymes. That's nice. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.